I know it's important to you, so I want to make sure we...
What the
What?
That is not happening twice.
I didn't even know it was going to happen
No,
once.
I am not getting involved with someone I work with.
Understood. But for the record, you kissed me.
Yeah, and for the first and last time, buddy.
Hi, I'm Sharonda Williams, and welcome to Prime Video Episode Breakdowns. In this episode, we'll be breaking down everything that happened in Episode 6 of Reacher Season 3. Remember, you can watch Seasons 1 and 2 of Reacher and new weekly episodes of Season 3 only on Prime Video. Before we get started, remember, this is a spoiler video, so if you haven't watched Episode 6, Season 3 of Reacher yet, pause this video. In Season 3, Reacher is on an undercover mission to track down a missing informant for the DEA. He must infiltrate a business run by a man with dangerous connections in the hope of saving the missing informant and himself in the process. As he delves deeper into this world, Reacher realizes that a foe from his past may be the real person in charge, leading him to settle an old score. Now, for those of you who have watched, let's take a look at everything that happened in Episode 6. Episode 6 opens with Reacher and Zachary arriving at the warehouse and Reacher finally coming face to face with Quinn. Quinn is scolding Zachary for putting his operation in harm's way. Quinn asks Reacher for his name and he tells him, but Reacher realizes Quinn really does have amnesia. Duffy and Villanueva are outside as backup just in case. McCabe mentions a redhead they are using to sweeten the deal for a transaction they have coming up, so now Reacher and Duffy know Teresa is alive. McCabe meets with his buyer, Mr. Takharoff, and he is upset because he hasn't received all of his product. McCabe tells Harley to look into Arlington to see who else in law enforcement has been looking into his operation. Zachary tells Reacher that McCabe is worried because all of his money is tied into this deal he has made to pay back Takharoff, who is attached to the Russian mob, for the capital he loaned Quinn to get his operation together. If Quinn can't close the deal, the Russians will kill him. Reacher takes Richard into town so he can have cover to meet up with Duffy. Duffy kisses Reacher out of nowhere, but before they can work through what happened, Reacher discovers Villanueva and Duffy talking to Reacher. Reacher now knows the kidnapping was fake. Reacher fills him in on what is going on, and Richard reluctantly agrees to keep his secret. Richard and Reacher return to the house and Zachary asks if he is okay, but Richard is able to play things off. In Rock Creek, Virginia, McCabe's men find the soldier who helped run the plates for Reacher, Officer Powell, and kill him in a very gruesome way per McCabe's orders. Neely holds her own and takes out the men, and at least this time, she is able to interrogate one of them before he dies. Neely calls Reacher to tell him what happened, and Reacher realizes that McCabe must be looking into everyone that was trying to get information on him. Quinn storms into the Beck residence and questions Zachary about the two officers who were looking into him. They make the connection that Reacher was in the same unit as them. Reacher is able to get out and make a run for it in the plow truck. He dumps the truck and calls Duffy and Villanueva to have them come get him, but McCabe's men catch up. Reacher runs into the woods and kills as many men as he can, then finds shelter from a couple that runs a laundromat. Back at the Beck residence, McCabe is Reacher playing a dangerous game of Russian roulette in front of Zachary. Duffy picks up Reacher and he figures out where they might be holding Teresa. Reacher and Duffy arrive on the boat and can tell Teresa was being held there. Harley shows up and Duffy gives him a beating. He tells her he doesn't know where Teresa is since McCabe changed all of his plans when they discovered Reacher betrayed them. They leave Harley on the boat and it explodes. Reacher tells Duffy to pack her sunscreen because they are headed to LA to talk to a lead as Episode 6 comes to an end. And that concludes this Reacher edition of Prime Video Episode Breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, new episodes of Reacher Season 3 are airing weekly, only on Prime Video.